Today I'm doing a little test game. Try out the Inquisimunda rules I made for Space Marines. So we're doing some Blood Angels, 3 Tactical Marines with a Scout. And they're just going to go up against kind of the most generic-y gang I could find, which is just like a gang. So they're, what are they? I think the pit fighter gang, so they can take beasts. They got 2 dogs. These guys are all kind of more close combat oriented, and they have control collars to control the dogs. And then we got a heavy gunner with a heavy bolter and some regular goons. So, and then it's all going to be on this 2D board. Anything with a hard red border like this, these are all, hard cover, can't be shot over. All the white lines are going to be like hard cover, essentially, where -2 or +2 your armor save. I can't even remember how it goes now, but so we'll just get into it. This is the Blood Angels stats. If you want to see, this is the Sergeant. Then we have, I believe this is a Champion with hip shooting. The Sergeant got, an extra attack from his, I'm not going to go into it all, but yeah, other stats. This is the Scout here. And then this is just the gang. You don't need to look at it closely, but it's just a leader and some gang members and some dogs. All right, and I just had to look at the Inquisimunda version 2 rules, and so how we decide who gets to choose their side. Both teams roll 2d6. I'll do this for Blood Angels and add their investigation rating. So that's going to be 10, 17, and then we'll do it for the gang. 7 plus. Okay. So they're definitely lower. That means Blood Angels get to choose their deployment edge. Alright, so Space Marines deployed over here out of these portals along this edge. That's how they're set up. And then we've got the gang over here deploying from out of these portal areas within 6 inches. So we're just going to start it off. Oh, now we got to roll for subversion rating. And whoever wins the subversion rating roll decides whether they want to start or if they want to pass it on to whoever has the next highest subversion roll. So we'll start with the Blood Angels. Subversion 6 plus 10. So it's 16 for Blood Angels and 7 for the gang. Oop. And they've got 8 there. Plus 7. I can't do math. Gang rolled 15, so just 1 below. But that means Blood Angels get to choose. And yeah, they're going to take the first turn. Alright. This is the end of the Space Marines movement phase, so mostly everyone has sprinted up. This guy came through here, ran up and got to this cover right here. And this is the only guy who did not run, so he's going to shoot right now in the shooting phase. Alright, so those of you who may know the Necromunda rules, you have to shoot the closest enemy to you, which would be, for this Blood Angel, this bro right here. For Inquisimunda, if you're leadership 7 or 8, you're allowed to take a leadership test, which I'm about to do. So, leadership test. Oh, don't be a 3. Be a 2 or a 1. Oh, it's bad. He does not pass the leadership test, but if he had passed it, he can shoot at anyone within line of sight, which probably would have been nice to shoot at him or even the heavy guy here. Alright, so he's got to target this guy. He's a Space Marine and with a bolter, so he's got the rapid fire skill on that because of the bolter drill. 3 shots, nice. And he's just outside of short range, so he's going to be just hitting on 3s. And his guy he's shooting at has hard cover, so that is not going to be a 3. I am playing cover. If you're fully covered by a white line, that's hard cover. If you're like this guy where you're only maybe partially blocked by it, then it's going to be soft cover. So most people are going to have hard cover most of the time, which would make it go from hitting on 3s to 4s and then 5s. That means only one hit because he did roll a 6, so that's nice. One hit on them. He will have to take an ammo check for that, but let's see if it wounds first. That is a wound. It wounds on a 3. Alright, these guys have no armor, so just injury roll for him straight away. And that's a flesh wound. That's pretty good. Lucky. Ammo roll for the Space Marine. He is either jammed or out of ammo. Did not bring a full clip. Mark him as out of ammo. So you gotta think, all these guns they're using, especially the bolters, are like relics from hella long ago, so, Alright, we've got a pin marker on him and also a flesh wound. So, that's that. And that looks like it for the Space Marine turn. We'll go right onto the gang, see what they can do. Alright. Before I move anybody, this Juve, he has Slot, which is a combat drug. I should have used it at the beginning of this game. So I'm just he's gonna pop that, get plus D3 weapon skill. Just 1, so he's going up to 3 weapon skill. Alright, I've got it written down there. That's just until the end of the game. And now we can get to the move. Alright, so this is the end of the movement phase. We have got the Juve charged in like a maniac into the Space Marine Sergeant along with both of the dogs. So that's going to be a cool combat. These guys have came and hidden behind this cover. Let's see what else. This guy scooted up a little. All these 3 scooted up just a bit and our heavy stayed still because he's going to open up on the Space Marine that ran out of ammo. So let's get into that. Alright, for the gang shooting, we're going to start with this guy with his las gun. He's just outside of short range of this guy, so shooting at him. And let's see, he's normally hitting on 4s. That guy's got hard cover, so it's going to be 6s to hit. Nothing. Same deal for this guy here with the las gun. 6 to hit. Whoa, that's lucky. Wounds on a 5+. That is a wound. Oh man. And the Space Marine 3+ save. Let's see. Yeah, it's 3+ armor save still for the Space Marine. And he fails it. Now, I've given my Space Marines for this 2 wounds because things like that will happen. So don't worry, that Space Marine's still up. So we'll put a wound marker on him, showing he's got 1 left. Also, he's pinned. Next, we have the leader here, gang leader with the Melta-gun, just barely able to shoot at him. And that is going to be hitting on a 3. Oh, hitting on 5 because he has the hard cover. Ooh, that's another hit. So that's a hit for him. The last guy who shot the last gun should have had to take an ammo roll, so I'm going to do that right now. On a 2+. That's good. This guy's going to have to take an ammo roll, so I'll just do it right now. Melta-gun's got a 4+ ammo roll. Ooh, and it's either overheats or is out of ammo. But the shot still goes off. It is strength 8 against the Space Marine strength 4, so wounding on 2s. That's a wound. Melta-gun is -5, so no save. And damage D6. Ooh, just 1, but that is all it takes. The Space Marine only had 1 wound left. Going on to an injury roll for him. He is down. Wow, that was a super lucky shot with the Melta-gun taking him out. I mean, I guess not. The Melta-gun's pretty strong. It's for melting through armor, so we can try and finish him off now with the heavy bolter. I think that's all the heavy bolter can shoot at is that guy, so we'll try. In fact, I'm coming up with a rule for this map. You have to have a clear line of sight to shoot someone who's down, because, you know, they're on the ground now. This cover would be up higher above them. So we'll say, for shooting people who are down, you got to have clear line of sight. No cover on them. Great, shooting. We're gonna go into this combat now, see how it goes. So this sergeant is a monster. He's got 4 attacks because he's got 2 close combat weapons. And we're gonna go through the dogs first, and then the Juve is gonna come in to get the big bonus from being the 3rd person to fight. So we'll start with the dogs. Here's the sergeant's attacks. All right, so best we're getting is a 5 added to his weapon skill of 4, which is 9. And then for the dog, he's got 1 attack. 4 to the weapon skill of 3, which is 7. So the Space Marine is winning by 2. Yes, so the Space Marine is winning by 2, getting 2 attacks on the dog. The dog has the dodge special skill, so in the latest edition of Necromunda that I have, the dodge skill says 6+ save, special save from hand-to-hand and shooting attacks. So 1 for each of these. We'll do the attacks first. These are going to be wounding on, let's see, what is it? Both of the Space Marine's attacks are pretty strong, and the dogs are only toughness 2. So these attacks are going to be wounding on 2s. Ooh, both wounding. Special, the dodge save for the dogs. See if they can get any 6s. No 6s. That dog, let's see. 2 injury rolls. Okay, down and out of action because they're in melee. So, takes out 1 dog. We'll say this one first. Okay, fighting the next dog. 4 attacks. 1 fumble. So that's going to add to the dogs. These don't matter, but we got 9 and a fumble. The dog. Ooh, he's getting some good rolls. So he's got a 6, he's got our fumble, and he's getting an additional 1 for being the 2nd one to fight. So let's see what that goes to. Alright, so the Space Marine got combat score 9, and the dog got combat score 10, so the dog's getting 1 attack on him. Strength 3, wounds on 5s, no wound. And the final attacks now from the Juve. Roll the Space Marine's attacks first. Alright, he's got a 6. That's looking good. No fumbles. Very nice. The Juve is getting 4 attacks also. Yeah, the Juve has a weapon in each hand, and then he also 2 people attack before him, so that adds an additional 2 attacks. So let's go. Oh, a lot of fumbles. Wow. Looking bad. So the Juve got 5, plus his weapon skill is boosted to 3 because of the slot. So he's got 8 total, but this Space Marine is just going to destroy him. Let's see. Alright, the Space Marine got 13, and the Juve got 8. So that is going to be 5 attacks from the Space Marine. And I try to, this is not how the rules are, but I guess what the rules are, you have to attack at least 1 attack. So we'll save 1 attack for the pistol, and these will all be the power sword. Yeah. No. Looks like they do have to be split up as evenly as possible, the attacks. So these will be the smacking around with the pistol, and these will be the power sword. Power sword wounding on 2s. They all wound. Pistol smacks, wounding on 3s. Ooh, there's 1 more wound. Let's see. Juve has got no armor, 4 injury rolls, and looks like he's down a lot. I should have rolled them all individually, but flesh wounded and down, we'll say. I keep forgetting that when you go down in close combat, you are taken out immediately. But he does have an ally there, so he can go down. He won't be taken out immediately until the dog is taken out, and he's the only one in combat. So that's how we'll go. And that's the end of the first turn for both sides. Yeah. Keep going. Okay, going into turn 2 movement for Space Marines. Alright, our wounded battle brother has crawled over to this cover here. Sergeant's he's locked in there. Our scout charged into this guy, and this bro jumped over this cover he was at, walked up. He's going to take a leadership test to try and take out the gang leader right here. This is our only shooting this turn from this guy at the gang boss. We're going to do sustained fire. Oh, 2 shots there. So Space Marine hitting on 3s. He's in close range with the bolter, 2s, but then the hard cover is going to make it go to 4s. So 2 hitting on 4s. There's 1. I'm going to do the 6+ ammo check right now. He doesn't make it. So this guy taking a strength 4 hit, wounding him on 3s. That's a wound, and I don't think he has any armor. No armor for the gang leader, going straight to the injury roll. Oop. He's taken out with that bolter shot. And so with the dogs in this gang, I'm pretty sure they don't count for number of models in your gang, and they don't count as lost models when they're lost. So they have 1 guy down here and the leader down. That's about a quarter of their guys. They might start be rolling to run away. I can't say words right, but you know what I mean. Alright, we're going to go into the 2 close combats here. We'll start with the scout. Alright, we've got our scout's attacks here, 2 of them. Taking the highest, so it's a 4. And he's getting +1 because he's on the charge. Alright. Okay, so this ganger has a sword and a las pistol. He's getting 2 attacks also. Alright, he's getting a 5. That's his best. Now I just read over the parry rules, and what it says in my Necromunda community handbook is if your highest dice is higher than your opponent's, you can't parry them. So I would have had to roll higher than him for him to be able to parry one of my dice, same as vice versa. So it's weird. I just saw it in the rule book, thought I'd say it. So he rolled higher than me, cannot parry me. We will, so we're 5 to 5. I'm adding 4, which is 9. He's only adding 3, which is 8. I'm getting 1 hit on him with the scout. And that is a wound on a 4. Yeah. So that's a wound. No armor, goes straight to injury roll. He's down, and he's the only one in combat here. So he's taken out. Alright, we're going to finish up with this combat on the sergeant and the dog. Alright, sergeant has 3 attacks. Ooh. One of those 6s is doubling up, so that's an additional 1. Dog has 1 attack. Not so good. So the dog has weapon skill 3 plus 2, which is making 5. My Space Marine has weapon skill 4 plus 6. Well, plus 7 technically, so it's going to be 11. Put that at 11, and he's going to take in 6 hits, it looks like. The dogs are only toughness 2, so these are strength 4. Oh no, even stronger. They're wounding on 2s, pretty much is what I'm trying to say. Only 1 doesn't wound. The dog gets a 6+ dodge against each of these, so if he can roll 5 dodges, 5 6+s, none of them. So they are both, this Juve and the dog, down in combat. No one's up, and they are both taken out. And I don't usually do this, I usually forget this rule, but these guys both took out their enemies so they can make follow-up moves. You get the scout into cover over here from the heavy bolter, and this guy's probably going to just jump into combat with this guy. Alright, so that right there is, oh, I just have to roll for, see what happens to this brother on the ground. And I've been forgetting one other thing. All Space Marines have pretty much, some blah, 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 all this stuff, but True Grit. So, flesh wounds on a 1 or a 2. Alright. Boom, there we go. He's back up just with a flesh wound. That's pretty cool. Very nice. And that's the turn right there for Space Marines. Good turn. Alright, now we're getting into the gang's turn 2, and it could be over right here. They're past 25% losses, so gotta take a leadership test. It may be on, it's probably on 7, let's see. Yeah, their gang leader had leadership 8, everyone else is leadership 7, so. Ooh, 9. They're out of there. Makes sense, they just saw their guys get stomped by these guys. Alright, that was a quick game. This was obviously a smaller game board than you'd play normal game of Necromunda on. That's why it was so quick. And also, these Space Marines are pretty powerful. I think you need a few more special and heavy weapons to take them on. So maybe we'll try a gang with more heavy weapons and special stuff next time. See if they can, maybe some spires. I have some, the noble gang, the spires, the spire hunters. Get some of those guys in here. I got a gang of them, so maybe we'll do that next. All right, that's the game. I thought I'd just talk about one thing at the end of this video, since these are, I'm testing out these Space Marine rules. They don't need to be perfectly balanced, but I want them to be not crazy overpowered, obviously. And that's why I make them so expensive that you can really only take three Primaris full, Anyways, I'm not going to get into all that. But I just wanted to say, these bolt guns, if you're running just Space Marines with bolt guns, they are great weapons. You get the bolter drill, so the sustained fire dice rolling for your number of shots on them, as long as it's the Space Marine, they have them. But they do run out of ammo really easily. They're the 6+ ammo roll. So, if you're running only bolters on your Space Marines, they're gonna probably run out of ammo at some point and have to go in. Either you switch to a different weapon, maybe a bolt pistol, or my guys don't have any bolt pistols, so they just go in, charge in with some combat knives usually, and that's pretty strong too. But that is a weakness I just wanted to point out with the bolt gun specifically. With other, special weapons that they get access to, I think sometimes they can have a better ammo roll, and they won't run out so often. So we'll have to see if that gets overpowered. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. The bolt gun definitely runs out of ammo or jams pretty fast and easily.